Welcome to today's lecture. Today we will be studying about the lesser sac. The lesser sac is also called as omental bursa. The lesser sac is a large recess of the peritoneal cavity which is present behind the stomach, the lesser omentum and the caudate part of the liver. The lesser sac is a diverticulum of the greater sac. The lesser sac acts like a bursa. It allows the stomach to expand. So the lesser sac is also called as omental bursa. The lesser sac is closed on all sides except at the upper part of the right border where it communicates with the greater sac through the epiploic foramen. Now coming to the shape of the lesser sac. The lesser sac resembles like an empty hot water bag. The opening is directed towards the right side. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the shape of the lesser sac. So it is resembling like an empty hot water bag. The opening of the sac is situated at the right margin. So in this picture, so this is the right side. So here we are having the opening. Coming to the boundaries of the lesser sac. The lesser sac is having anterior wall, posterior wall, then the margins are upper margin, lower margin, right margin as well as the left margin. So now coming to the anterior wall. So what you're seeing in this picture, so this is the lesser sac. So here this is the stomach, this is the liver, then this is the transverse colon, then third part of duodenum. So while coming to the anterior wall, from above downwards, you can see the peritoneum which is covering the caudate lobe as well as the caudate process of the liver. Then you are having the posterior layer of lesser omentum. Then peritoneum which is covering the posterior-inferior surface of the stomach and adjoining surface of proximal half of first part of duodenum, which is not seen in this picture. Then you are having the second layer of greater omentum. Now coming to the posterior wall. So you can see this is the posterior wall of the lesser sac. So here from below upwards you can see the third layer of greater omentum. So here there will be the third layer of greater omentum. Then you are having the peritoneum which is covering the antero-superior surface of the transverse colon. So this is a section of the transverse colon. Then you are having the upper layer of transverse mesocolon. Then the structures which is forming the stomach bed except the spleen. So the other structures which forms the stomach bed, what you can see is, so this is the pancreas. So here it is the anterior surface of the body of pancreas. Then you are having the part of left suprarenal gland and left kidney. Then splenic and celiac vessels. Then the undersurface of diaphragm including its left crus. So those structures you are not able to see in this diagram. Coming to the upper margin, you are having the reflection of the peritoneum from the diaphragm up to the upper end of the caudate lobe of the liver. The lower margin corresponds to the lower margin of the greater omentum. So in this picture what you can see in this transverse section, you can see here this is the kidney, spleen, stomach. So this entire thing is the lesser sac, whereas this is the epiploic foramen, then inferior vena cava, aorta, then the vertebra. Okay, so here coming to the right margin, you are having the epiploic foramen. Also, you are having the peritoneal reflection from diaphragm to the caudate lobe. Now coming to the left margin. So this is the left margin. So here you are having below the transverse colon, it corresponds to the left free margin of the greater omentum. So between the transverse colon and the cardiac end of the stomach, It is by inner layer of gastrosplenic ligaments as well as the lieno-renal ligaments. So these two ligaments will be present in between the transverse colon and cardiac end of the stomach. Above the cardiac end of stomach, you are having the gastrophrenic ligament. So that you are not able to see few things in this slide. So now we will study about the subdivision of the lesser sac. So few things in this picture. Here you can see the liver has been reflected. This is the inferior vena cava. So here first part of duodenum, the section, transverse colon, then the splenic flexure of colon, then esophagus. So few important thing what you're supposed to know is, one, you can concentrate on the common hepatic artery which is present here. Another is the left gastric artery which is present here. So the downward and forward, so in this region just you can concentrate the downward and forward course of the common hepatic artery raises a sickle shaped fold of peritoneum from the posterior wall, and this is known as the right gastropancreatic fold. So this fold what you're seeing is the right gastropancreatic fold. Similarly, what you can see here, that is the upward course of the left gastric artery. It raises a similar fold and it is known as the left gastropancreatic fold. So two folds what you saw, one was the right gastropancreatic fold, another is the left gastropancreatic fold. So both these gastropancreatic fold, they meet at the ends and form an aperture known as the foramen bursa omentii majoris. So foramen bursa, B-U-R-S-A, omentii, O-M-E-N-T-I, majoris, M-A-J-O-R-I-S. So this foramen, that is the foramen bursa omentii majoris, it divides the entire lesser sac into an upper part, what is called as the superior recess, and an lower part that is called as the inferior recess. So this inferior recess is also called as omental bursa proper. Then you can also see here another division you can see here, a splenic recess of lesser sac. It extends to the hilum of the spleen. So now in this picture what you can see, so here this is the right side, that is the epiploic foramen where the lesser sac will communicate with the greater sac. Then this is the lesser omentum. Then this entire superior recess of lesser sac is lying behind the lesser omentum and the liver. So it is lying behind the liver and behind the lesser omentum. Then the portion behind the lesser omentum, what you are having here, so that is called the vestibule of the lesser sac. Then this entire inferior recess of the lesser sac, it is lying behind the stomach and within the greater omentum. Then this portion what you are having, this small portion, that is called the splenic recess. So this splenic recess of lesser sac, it lies between the two ligaments, that is the gastrosplenic ligaments as well as the lieno-renal ligament. So this is the lieno-renal ligament and gastrosplenic ligament you are not able to see in this picture. So it is lying in between these two, that is the gastrosplenic as well as the lieno-renal ligament. So this diagrammatic representation, so first you saw this was like an empty hot water bag. So from that the extension what you're seeing, so this is the superior recess, this is a splenic recess towards the left side, and this is the inferior recess. Coming to clinical importance. Firstly, in internal herniation, a loop of intestine will pass through the epiploic foramen and it reaches the lesser sac. Secondly, a posterior gastric ulcer may perforate and pass into the lesser sac, due to which there will be collection of inflammatory fluid inside the lesser sac. Thirdly, pseudopancreatic cyst. Here there will be collection of fluid in the lesser sac due to the pancreatitis. Thank you for watching.